Hello, everybody. How are you all doing tonight?
Quite well, quite well.
Glad to hear it. Thank you so much for being here tonight. It looks like several of you have found the chat. I do want you to use the chat tonight. There are also uh, places where there's an icon where you can raise your hand. Also, please feel free to ask any questions during the presentation tonight. We'll go ahead and wait until 7 to actually start. Looks like we're getting more and more attendees as we get closer to 7. Well, there we are, 7 o'clock. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to this meeting this evening. Appreciate you taking the time out to be with us. I would like everybody to practice finding the icon, the raise hand icon. Go ahead and find that and raise your hand, please. Super. All of you have found that. Um, and then go ahead and click that hand again, and that will unraise your hand. Just want you to know that I do hope that you will ask questions during our meeting tonight. And if you do have a question that is super, super specific to just you, I might have to talk to you individually at a later date. I also recommend that you have a computer available. If you're on your phone, that some of the activities that we do might not be suited for a phone. So if you have a PC or a Mac, that would be outstanding. I am wondering, let's see, I see that we have 13 people in attendance. I'm wondering if some people are having a hard time finding us, figuring out Teams if they have never used Teams before. So while we wait just for a couple of minutes, I would like to find out who's the furthest away from Orem. So in the chat, could you please type the town where you are currently located? Okay, South Jordan, Orem. What Louisville, Kentucky. I probably didn't say that correctly. Kaysville, Orem, Draper, Alpine. Did we get all 13 of you, all 12 of you? So it looks like Louisville, Kentucky wins. London, if you're willing, unmute and tell us how to really pronounce Louisville.
I mean, there's not a certain way to say it, but most people from Kentucky say Louisville.
Yeah, what London said. That's super hard sometimes, for me anyway. But thank you. So again, you can just unmute at any time during the meeting if you have a question, or you can raise your hand. Either one would be fine. And I'm going to share my screen, and I want to make sure that you can all see the PowerPoint. So give me a reaction, a thumbs up if you can see my PowerPoint, please. Okay. There's a little react icon at the top of the screen, I think. It looks like I can't see everybody's thumbs up, but I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to actually start the PowerPoint slide. I want to make sure you can still see that. All right, everybody, is that showing up? Give me another thumbs up if you can still see it. Fabulous. Okay, is there anybody that can't see it? Just let me know. Type in the chat if you're not seeing it. Okay, wonderful. Well, welcome everybody. Really excited to have you in the honors program. Thank you for applying. Congratulations for being accepted. My name's Dave. You can call me Dave. I'm not a professor. I'm the honors advisor. And as you can see, I've got my email address right here. And I'll have it at the end of the PowerPoint presentation as well. But you might want to take a picture of that. And if you have any questions after our meeting or any time in the future, please email and let me know. Okay. The agenda for tonight, we're basically going to give you some information about what the honors program actually is. Some of you may not know what it consists of, and that's the purpose of tonight's meeting. We're going to have you determine if you're what's called an early or advanced entry honors student. And we are going to discuss the honors course requirements. And then at the very end, I'm going to have you create a 2-semester honors planner. And the purpose of this honors planner is to allow you to, it's something that we require so that you can actually register for our honors courses. Okay. This is a slide that I just wanted to throw in before we actually get started with the agenda. take a little time to read through some of the benefits of the honors program. Okay. Any questions on any of these items on this slide? Okay, here we go. The honors program is similar to a minor in college or a certificate. So there are several courses and projects that are required to achieve the honors distinction on your diploma. I don't know how many of you are familiar with a minor or a certificate, but say you wanted to get certified in first aid, you'd have to take several classes, complete several projects, and perhaps take a test. That's sort of what the honors program is all about. These are the required courses. So there's something called colloquium. It's honors 1000R. It's a 1 credit hour class. And you will have to take either 2 or 3 colloquium classes while you're at UVU prior to graduation. We have 2 foundational courses. One is called Ancient Legacies, and the other one is called Modern Legacies. Everyone will have to complete one of each. Each is 3 credits. We have Honors 4000R. It's called Capstone, and it's part 1 of the honors thesis or project that is required during your senior year. And finally, we have Honors 4980R or 4990R. This is the honors project or thesis, and it is part 2 of the honors thesis or project. This is a substantial amount of work that you do, and it will be related to your major. And if you already have, say, a capstone or senior project in your major, this can just piggyback on top of that. Anybody have any questions on the requirements? Go ahead and unmute if you do. Okay, moving on. The required projects. We just looked at the required courses, and now I want to talk about the required projects. We are going to have you do, depending on your entry level, 3 or 4 honors contracts. Now, what an honors contract is an extra project that you complete in one of your major courses. So you would talk to your professor, let them know you're an honors student, and ask them if you can do an extra project in the class to enhance the class and learn more about the topic that's discussed in the class. So you will be doing 3 or 4 of those, depending. You will be assigned one of these 2 entry points. I've been talking about early entry and advanced entry. They're 2 separate set of requirements. So you will get assigned the early entry if you have less than 40 college credits, and you will get assigned the advanced entry if you have more than 40 college credits prior to fall semester 2026. All right, I'm going to be helping students who are in high school. Hang on, everybody. I see somebody's typing. Okay, I'm going to be helping students who are still in high school. So I want those of you who are continuing UVU students or transfer students from another college or university. I want you to try to find your unofficial transcript on your My UVU portal while you wait patiently for us, or on your particular college or university's student portal. Okay, the question came in. So just clarifying, this credit amount is decided based off the credit amount at the end of this spring-summer semester. Yes, very good. That is correct. Thank you for that question, Yannick. I think that's how you pronounce your name. I could be wrong. Okay, Yannick is correct. Awesome. All right. So this slide right here, aha, Sylvia, good question. I'm about to help you out with that. So this slide right here is for students that are still in high school. And students that are not, I'm grateful for your patience right now. So let's just do a small example. Let's say that the number of concurrent enrollment and or dual enrollment courses taken, both completed and in progress, is 4. So let me see if I have a pointer. I do. Okay, right here. Let's say that you have taken in the past and are taking currently a total of 4 classes. Now you would times that number by 3, and that gives you 12 college credits. Now the question was about AP classes. Now take the number of AP or IB courses that you've taken, both completed and in progress. Now on the ones that are in progress, you might kind of have an idea if you're going to take the test and if you're going to pass the test. So if you're feeling confident in an AP class, in your ability to pass the test, count that one as well. If you pretty much know you're not going to pass and you're not even going to take the test, don't count that one. So let's pretend that you have 3 AP or IB classes. You times that by 3 and you get 9. Then you add the number of college credits for concurrent enrollment or dual enrollment to the number of credits that you will probably receive from AP or IB, and your grand total is 21. So is this person early or advanced? This person is an early entry student, less than 40 credits. Any questions on that? Anybody that's still in high school? Okay. We might have a question here. Now, if you want, you can just ask your questions by unmuting. You're welcome to do that as well. Okay, Andrew asks, am I actually going to have exactly 4? Oh, I'm actually going to have exactly 40 credits at the end of this semester. Where would that place me? Excellent question, Andrew. I want to meet with you individually to answer that. It's hard to say. It depends on how many general education courses that you have left. So we'll have to determine that together individually later. For now, Andrew, I'm going to have you tonight just pretend you're on early entry. And then we might need to change that to advanced entry once we meet together. Great question. Okay. Students who are on early entry requirements have the option to also earn their associate's degree with the honors distinction. At UVU, we have something called stackable degrees. On your way to earning a bachelor's degree, no matter what your major is, you will automatically earn an associate's degree. Same with honors. On your way to earning your honors distinction on your bachelor's degree, you can get that honors distinction on your associate's degree. But this is only students who are in the early entry category. Another thing I wanted to mention is that if you have your associate's degree or will have it completed at the end of the summer or at the end of this school year, you are automatically assigned to the advanced entry. Okay, now back to students. Thank you for being patient. Back to students who are currently at UVU or are transferring from another college or university. This is only going to help students who are at UVU, unfortunately. I hope if you're at another university, you were able to pull up an unofficial transcript from your high school or your college portal. Okay, so if you are currently at UVU, open up your My UVU portal, highlight Spring 2026 at the top as shown by the arrow. Number 2, oh, look at my numbering. It's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. So 2 says on the left under the student tab, click registration and academics. Look at that other green arrow in the bottom right-hand corner. And then finally, number 3 says click on view transcripts. Once you click on view transcripts, it's going to ask you a couple of questions. So for the transcript level, choose undergraduate. And for the transcript type, choose unofficial. Raise your hand if you've got an unofficial transcript in front of you. Very good. Very good. Who would like me to wait? Because you're not quite there. Okay, I don't see any hands up currently, so let's continue. I want you to go to the part of the transcript, the section of the transcript that says transcript totals. And notice right here, under this column, earned hours, this student has earned 63 college credits. So automatically, this student is in the advanced category for honors. But what if this number was, say, less than 40? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take the number that was on your transcript and then add to that number courses you're currently taking spring semester. And this person happens to be taking 14. Add to that your summer registration. This person is not going to summer school. And the grand total is 77. Well, this student was already advanced entry, but now like definitely way into the advanced entry area. So, has everybody determined whether you're an early entry honor student or an advanced entry honor student? Would you type in the chat your entry status, early or advanced, please? Okay, one advanced, one early, another early, advanced, 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 early for now, advanced, early, advanced, and early, advanced. Great. Yannick, were you still typing? Okay, wonderful. All right, moving on. Now that you know your honors entry status, you're ready to review or view your requirements. Okay, this is a list of all the requirements for those of you who are early entry honor students. We have ancient legacies, modern legacies. You will need to take 3 colloquium courses, and you will need to take the capstone class in your senior year and the thesis project class in your senior year. That is a total of 13 credits. Now, depending on your major, all of these credits, part of these credits, or none of these credits will actually count for your major. For instance, if you are an English major, a lot of these credits will count as your major, and you won't need to take any extra classes. If you're a mechanical engineering major, none of these courses count towards your major, except possibly ancient legacies, and we'll discuss that. And so you would be taking possibly up to 13 credits of extra work in order to finish the honors requirements for that honors distinction on your diploma. You will also be required to do 3 of your general education courses in honors. One example of that is this English 2010H. By the way, AP courses in English, whether that's literature or the other one, I can't remember the other one's name, will not give you credit for English 2010H. It'll give you credit for our beginning English class, English 1010H. So that's one that's very common that honor students take. You will also be required to do 3 honors contracts. Again, those are extra projects that you do in one of your major courses. So all of these requirements down here are part of your major, no matter what your major is, and they're not extra courses. So any questions on the requirements for early entry?
Now, wait, I have a question. I'm so sorry.
Please.
The honors general education courses, are they all English related or they're like math and sciences one as well?
Great question, Ivy. They are all over the place. They're not just English. This was just one example that I put down. There's some math classes, there's some science classes, history, philosophy. There's quite a few of them. Great question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions for you early entry honor students? Okay, let's go on to advanced. The advanced entry honors requirements are somewhat similar. There are several differences though. One difference is that you only take 2 colloquium courses rather than 3. And another difference is that you have no general education honors courses to take. And you have 1 extra honors contract to complete. Same here. These may or may not fit into your major. They might be extra. And then the honors contracts are not extra classes. They're just extra projects in classes that you're already assigned for your major. Questions from you advanced entry people? Jojo, unmute.
So you mentioned that the capstone and thesis project can overlap with your major. Do those like simultaneously fulfill the same credits, or would I still need to like have 6 credits worth of thesis and project work?
Okay, great question. So, first of all, it's not 6 credits of thesis project. You either do a thesis or you do a contract, and it's 3 credits. And no matter if your major has a senior project, a senior capstone project or not, you will have to take that class.
Yeah,
What
I meant like, do I have to do one for each, or do I just do 1 3-credit thesis or project combined?
Thank you for reminding me. So what it is it's not one single thesis or project, but it is an extension or a deeper dive into the project that's already assigned by your major. So it will take a little bit of extra work. It's the project you do in your major won't double count for our project until you extend it a little bit and do an honors portion of it. So it's the same thesis or project, but a little more than what your department or your major requires. Does that make any sense?
I think so. So just to repeat that back. So I can do like a standard honors thesis and then just do extra to make it honors and then have that count for the total 6 credit hours.
So again, it's just going to be 3 credit hours
So
instead of
the 3
6.
credit hours, I'm asking like if my total end number of credit hours will be higher.
No. So,
Okay.
and maybe I'm not understanding your question completely, but in your major, they might have you take a capstone class that's required to graduate in your major, and that might be 3 credits. This 3 credits will be different from the 3 credits assigned by your major. So if that was your question, there will be 6 credits.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
Okay, yes, it's going to be 6 credits. 3 from
Okay,
your
thank you.
major and 3 from honors. Great question. And then, like I said, what you do in your major can't double count for our honors, but in a way it almost does. You just have to tweak your thesis or your project and expand it a little bit for the honors portion of your senior project. Any other questions? You guys have fantastic questions, by the way, and I appreciate them. Okay. We are getting close to the little activity that I'm going to assign you so that you can be eligible to register for honors courses. This flow chart that you're seeing here is something that I like to give to those of you who will be in your first semester in the honors program. I really personally love flowcharts. I don't know about you. Do we have any computer science majors out there? Okay, do I have anybody that loves flowcharts out there? Anybody? Okay, yay. There's one. Oh, lots of you. Good. Fantastic. Well, let me just show you how this works. You start up here where it says start, and you follow the arrow to the first question, which says, I have completed 40 or more college credits. Let's say that that is false. So you head over here down to the next question. I received an honors tuition award. Well, no one knows yet if you have or not. It's just too suspenseful right now. So we have to pretend. Let's say the answer is false. So we head down this false arrow. I received an honors housing award. Well, let's just pretend that's true. So you come over here, and this is what you would take in your very first semester of honors. Either Honors 2000, Ancient Legacies, or Honors 2100, Modern Legacies for 3 credits. You would take Honors Colloquium for 1 credit, and this is a special colloquium course called Housing Colloquium that you're required to take as well. And then finally, you would take 1 or more honors general education courses. So that's an additional 3, 4, 5 credits above and beyond your major. This honors general education course is part of your major, so I don't count it as courses that would be above and beyond your major. So why don't you go through this chart? I'll give you a minute to do that. And see if you can figure out what you need to take your very first semester. And we'll just leave off honors housing colloquium for now. If you end up getting it, though, that's something extra that you'll have to add on. I'm grabbing my timer here to give you time to go through that.
Hey, I'm sorry, I have another question.
Perfect.
Does the honors tuition award, wait, does it stack with other scholarships or does it not?
Great question. So if you say you received what's called the presidential scholarship, which is full tuition, then you could not get any extra money from the honors program. You would not be able to accept an honors tuition award. If you have partial tuition, then you can accept the honors tuition award. And a lot of times we make up the difference from other scholarships that you have up to full credit, or excuse me, up to full tuition. You can't go over full tuition for the honors scholarship.
Okay, sweet, thank you. I have a follow-up question. So when I applied to honors, I didn't know if it stacked or not. So I said I would like be open for like either, and like we don't even know if you got the scholarship or whatever. So would I still be offered the tuition award even though I can't accept it because I have full tuition covered, or would they just offer the housing award if I were to get a scholarship?
Ooh, great question. And I wish I knew the answer to that. I'm not sure I know eventually they look up to see who has full tuition. Do you have a full tuition scholarship, Ivy?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so what you should do is you should email our assistant director, Tiffany Nez. And if you stay on the meeting at the end, I'll make sure I email her contact information to you. And you should say, I found out that I can't have a tuition award. Could you just consider me for the housing award?
Okay. Okay, sweet. Thank you. I'll stay on so I can get that information. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks for the question, Ivy.
I am also in the same boat as Ivy, so could I just stay a little later too and get that information as well?
Absolutely, Cole. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Any other questions before we move on? Oh, Sylvia's in the same situation. Where would we find general education courses with the honors designation? Great question, Mallory. We're going to get to that. Regarding the housing award, does that count for any student housing or just the green, for example? Yeah, for the housing award, you have to live in a block of apartments that have been set apart altogether for honor students in the green. And William would love the email as well. Perfect. Let's wait here just a little bit for 2 more questions. Okay, I'm going to come back to those questions. Don't let me forget. Let's move on. For early entry honor students, what honors general education course should you take your first semester in honors? That is the question. Mallory asked the question, how many students are enrolled in the honors program in general? Mallory, any given semester, there's around 420 honor students. Then we have those who graduate and a new group come in. So it remains pretty constant around 420 students. Thank you for asking that. Okay, the acceptance email said that the scholarships would be announced by May 1st. Is it often announced earlier? I don't believe so. Our director and assistant director usually decide the date each year, depending on what they've got going. I know, for example, this year they're going to New York with a group of honor students for a week, and that maybe delayed it a week this year. But good question, and I wish I knew the answer 100%. I'm sorry about that I don't. Sylvia asks, with there being around 400 students, how much housing space is there available to honor students? Great question. So in any given semester, about a fourth of those students get the honors housing award. There are 112 spaces total. But the honors housing award lasts for 2 years, 2 complete years, fall, spring, and summer. So there won't be 112 spaces for new students this fall. I don't know exactly how many students exited out of the honors award, the honors housing award, but there will be quite a few spaces for new students in the honors program. Great questions, you guys. Wonderful questions. Okay, while Mallory is typing, I want you all to find your Wolverine track. For those of you who are transfer students, this is our degree audit. So you might open your own degree audit, which shows your general education requirements. But you can all, I think you all have a UVU ID, so you could open this Wolverine track. So open your My UVU portal. Wow, my numbering again, 1123. Not so brilliant. Okay, the second number one, highlight spring 2026 at the top, right here. On the left under the Students tab, click Registration and Academics. And by the way, there might be more than one way to get to this. There might actually be a Wolverine track down here already. But if you don't see that, click on Registration and Academics, and then click on Wolverine track. Has everybody had a chance to get to your Wolverine track? I'm going to try to answer Mallory's question. If the housing scholarship is awarded, can you then apply for the academic in the junior and senior year? Yeah, definitely. Great question. You guys have the best questions. So the housing award would last for your first 2 years. Then once you exit out of the honors housing award, you can then apply for the academic award in the junior and senior year. That's exactly right. Let me just mention this as well. If you don't happen to get either one of the awards, you can apply every single semester after your first semester to get one of these awards, and your chances become higher. If you didn't get it the first semester, your chances are better that you would get it the second or the third semester. Okay. So here's an example Wolverine track, and notice we're focused on the general education section. Anything that has an open circle means it's not done. you kind of have to be careful if you're taking AP classes because some of these might actually get filled. But English 2010 does not get filled with AP courses, does not get completed. So this particular person could take English 2010H. We do not have a college algebra honors section. We do have a lower math class honors section if your quantitative literacy Wolverine track says Math 1030. There's a Math 1030H. For American institutions, we do have the History 1700H. For personal, professional, and civic growth, we have Philosophy 2050H. And this is what I talked to you about earlier. Our Honors 2000 class, Ancient Legacies, counts for your humanities general education requirement. So keep that in mind. Don't just randomly take one of the humanities general education courses since you're going to be taking Honors 2000. In fine arts, we have Art History 2720H. This is kind of tricky, everybody. Notice there's this Music 1010H. That hasn't been taught for at least 4 years. It's in the list because it was taught in the past, and people need to know that it was one time offered. But unfortunately, it depends on the department, and they are just not excited about teaching an honor section of that class, which I'm very sad about. We do not have any, well, we do. Let's see, there's a couple of classes listed here with H, the letter H on them, but they're not taught currently either. There's the history in here as well, right there, History 1700H, and that course is already up here. So whichever section you want to count that in. So I didn't list it twice. Some of your Wolverine tracks are out of date, or they don't have all the honor sections written down or listed. Like Biology 1010 also has an honor section. So sometimes you just need to be careful and email me and ask me if there's a certain section of general eds that's not listed in your Wolverine track. And finally, notice this student is taking currently Geology 1010H. So any class with the letter H at the end of the number is an honors general education course. So those of you who are early entry need 3 of them. This student has 5 options to get a total of 3. You don't have to take all of your general education courses as honor sections. Just get any 3. Questions from you early entry honor students? Okay. Now, this is kind of interesting. Our 2 foundational courses, Legacies, it's not just one specific class with one specific topic. For example, 2 students could be taking Honors 2000, which is Ancient Legacies, yet getting entirely different topics, different grading systems, different everything. I am going to just click on this link and show you what I mean. Okay, in yesterday's meeting when I did this, a lot of people couldn't see the new screen. How many of you are seeing my browser now? Raise your hand if you're seeing a picture of this browser that says UVU Honors Program. Okay, tell me if you're no longer seeing my PowerPoint. Is there anybody that's not seeing it? Okay, so I'm assuming everybody is seeing it, either put it in the chat that you are not seeing it, or unmute and let me know. Okay, this is the honors website, and up here at the top, I have already clicked the curriculum button. And just to show you what I mean by ancient and modern legacies, I'm going to click on this modern legacies, and a PDF pops up. And take a look at what was offered this current semester. We don't have fall's offerings yet, but just browse these two professors, Ashley Nadell and Leslie Simon, just to get a taste of what is offered. Okay, tell me if I'm scrolling too soon. I want you to see the other two offerings. This is all the same class. Notice 2100, 2100, Modern Legacies. Here's two more options from two different professors. Okay, so I'm just assuming that oh, by the way, each semester these change as well. So I'm assuming that you don't really know if you want to take Honors 2100 first or Honors 2000 first. Honors 2000 also has 4 topics that I haven't even shown you yet. So you might want to remember what this website is and where it's found. Again, you could just search UVU Honors Program and click Curriculum, and then scroll down to see what's offered for Ancient Legacies and Modern Legacies in the fall. These should be changed in about 2 weeks, so you will know then. So for your planning today, just put Honors 2000 first, or 2100G first, or the other way around. It doesn't matter, as long as you do one of each in your first 2 semesters. One in your first semester, one in your second semester. Okay. Moving on. All right, so in order to get permissions to register for honors classes, you will need to create a 2-semester plan. And here's an example of a 2-semester plan. Okay, I'm going to put this document in the chat, and once you get it, what I want you to do with it is click on it, and it won't let you do anything with it at first when you click on it. You then have to find 3 dots and open a little menu and find the download option. Once you download it to your computer, go to your file system in the download area and open it up, and then it should let you fill in these items on your planner. Okay, so just take a look at this. This is somebody that would be an early entry student because we've got honors general education courses listed. By the way, if you only have 4 semesters left, you will definitely need to complete an honors contract your first 2 semesters, one in the first semester and 1 or 2 in the second semester. So make sure you click those boxes. And then down here, I want you to ask me any questions or write down any concerns that you have about what you've heard about the program. And I'll be able to look at those and answer those questions when I reply to this, to when you turn this in. Now notice it says down here, I don't know if you can see it very well. I want you to email a copy of this 2-semester plan to me. Once it's been checked for accuracy, you will get permission to register for honors courses. This is super important too. Take this plan to your major advisor for help integrating honors courses with your major courses. Okay, I've got some more questions. Would AP Calculus taken in high school apply to any of those? Or would it count as a regular math class? So AP Calculus taken in high school does not count for one of our honors general education courses. It just counts for a regular math class. Good question. And another question is, so we need 3 colloquium classes over the course of how many semesters? Between now and the time you graduate. But we would like you definitely to take one your first semester and a second one your second semester. Then you can decide when you want to take the 3rd colloquium. You could take it your very last semester, but I don't know anybody that's done that. Great questions. Thank you. Okay, let me put this in the chat, this planner. And some of you might want to take a picture of this to help you get a good idea of oh no. So while I was practicing today, there was an option for me to upload a document, and that option has disappeared. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna try to get a link to share in the chat. Yeah, that's disappeared, that option. This is not good. Okay. Let me find the document. Okay, so I should be sharing with anyone on the internet with the link. Sorry this is taking so long. Okay. Okay, so remember to download this. Before it will work, you have to download it. I've shared that in the chat. Let me know how it goes. Okay, question is where and how can we access a recording of this call? I am going to, once it's created, I will email it to everybody that has attended this meeting. Oh, well, that's not good. It's asking you for a free trial. It worked for me. It just made me sign in. Okay, did you sign in with your UVU credentials? Because not everybody has UVU credentials. UVU ID for Cole. Alex signed in with Google. Oh, it's UVU ID question mark. I am not totally sure. Is there anybody else that's having trouble accessing this that can give us some help? Thank you. Is it Massimo? Did I pronounce that correctly? Probably not. I apologize. Oh, it is. Massimo. Thank you. Is there anybody else that's just not able to access this document? Because it's important that you are able to. Great, Cole. I'm glad it worked. Yes, just fill out the honors portion. None of your major courses for this little project, this little assignment. Alex, just in the next couple of days. There's no real deadline, but you definitely want to have it done soon so that you can register for honors courses once registration opens up. Yeah, Massimo, just assume that no housing or scholarship has been applied yet. If you do get the housing award, though, you know you have to add one more honors colloquium course for 1 credit. I'm not sure, Astrid. What do you have to do to get it so you can actually type right on the document? Can anybody help us out? Yeah, you have to download a copy to your computer somehow. Sylvia had a very easy time of just opening the PDF. Oh, after I downloaded it. Yeah, make sure you download it, then you are able to type right on it. Now, if anybody just has questions, things are not working out, you can email me anytime and we'll figure out an answer for your questions. Thank you, Cole. So once you're done with this, you'll want to attach it to an email and email it to me. And then I'll look it over and give you that permission that you need to register for honors courses coming this fall. If there are no other questions, I think we'll end the meeting. There are 2 or 3 of you that are staying after to get an email address of our assistant director. But the rest of you, if you don't have any questions, you're free and you can leave at any time that you want. You're welcome, Andrew.